Hey guys, welcome back to Mdracketsports channel. In this video, we go to how many levels in pickleball? So let's get it. Although the self-rating and USA Pickleball Tournament player rating are more detailed and exact, some recreational pickleball clubs and leagues may use more general pickleball skill levels. For instance, some pickleball clubs and leagues may break pickleball players into beginner pickleball players. Beginner pickleball players would generally include pickleball players with a rating of 3.0 and below. In other words, these pickleball players have a very basic understanding of the rules and strategy of pickleball and have some basic shots, such as a serve, return, medium pace drive, and dinks, but have limited consistency and control. Intermediate pickleball players would generally include pickleball players with a rating of 3.5 to 4.0. In other words, these pickleball players have a good understanding of the rules and strategy of pickleball and have both forehand and backhand shots, including drop shots, backhand shots, and volleys, which are generally consistent with a moderate number of unforced errors. Advanced pickleball players would generally include pickleball players with a rating of 4.5 and above. In other words, these pickleball players have a strong understanding of the rules and strategy of pickleball and have great command over all shots on the pickleball court, with a limited number of unforced errors. Some pickleball clubs and leagues use these broader groupings of skill level in order to facilitate the social component of the sport of pickleball. In other words, broader groups allow for more socializing. These general pickleball skill level groupings are also great for allowing lower level pickleball players an opportunity to improve their skill level by playing with and against higher level pickleball players. Pickleball players may give themselves a rating, which is appropriately called a self-rating. Self-ratings are 2 digits. Pickleball players with a 1.0 skill rating are new to the game. Pickleball players may give themselves a rating, which is appropriately called a self-rating. Self-ratings are 2 digits. Pickleball players with a 1.0 skill rating are new to the game. They have a general understanding of the rules, but they don't have any experience on the court. These players might not have any other sports background, either. Though it takes effort to learn the rules and practice your skills, it's a fun game that everyone can enjoy. A player rated with a 1.5 skill level is slightly more advanced than a newbie. They can hit the ball back and forth but might miss some that come their way. These players are still learning to serve over the net to start rallying. At this level, a player is learning more about the rules. They have a general understanding of scoring and how certain rules impact the way they play. They also understand the basic ground strokes, even if they haven't perfected them yet. Pickleball players with a 2.0 rating are progressing in their skills. They can rally the ball for a short period before there's a fault. As they play, they can use various strokes like forehand, backhand, and volley. Players with this rank can serve the ball to get the game started. They know their position on the court and how it relates to other players. They know the rules of playing doubles, even if they haven't yet. Has taken the Ben Parks and Rec beginner's lesson, or demonstrates equivalent knowledge. Moves around court in balanced, safe manner. Gets some serves in, perhaps not regularly. Realizes aspects of scorekeeping, rules and where to stand on court during serve, receipt of serve, and general play. Has some basic stroke skills. By the time you have a 2.5 skill rating, you're better at rallying the pickleball, even if you can't do it very fast. You make almost every easy shot, though you might still struggle to cover the entire court. 2.5 rated player understands the rules and can keep score. They know what part of the court is the no volley zone and what they can and can't do in that area. The no volley zone encompasses 7 feet on each side of the net. Players can't use this zone to return a ball unless it's already bounced. Knows 2 bounce rule and demonstrates it most times. Knows where to stand on the court during serve, receipt of serve and general play. Is mastering keeping score. Attempts to dink but not always effective at it. Working on their form for ground strokes. Accuracy is variable. Can keep the ball in play longer. Sometimes lobs with forehand with varying degrees of success. Players with 3.0 skill ratings can make good serves and return the balls quickly. They know all of the basic strokes and can use them when needed. They might still not have control over where the ball is going, but they can hit it. Knows the fundamental rules and can keep score. Regularly gets serves into mid-court or deeper. Dinks mostly in op. Kitchen and is dinking lower over the net. Able to sustain dinking in the game. Using both forehand and backhand on returns and forehands on overhead returns. Working at keeping the serve deep and return of serve deep. Moves quickly towards the non-volley zone when opportunity is there. Trying to make flatter returns, where appropriate. Aware of partners' position on the court and moving as a team. Developing more power and or softness in their shots. Somewhat a unidimensional player working at broadening their playing repertoire. A person who's rated at a 3.5 skill level is a decent pickleball player. They have more control over where the ball goes when they hit it. Demonstrates a broad knowledge of the rules of the game. Gets a high majority of serves in deep and returns serve deep. Often hits to the weak side of opponent. Demonstrates strategies of playing during games. Actively works with partners in communicating, covering court, moving to net. With varying consistency executes, lobs, forehand/backhand ground strokes, overheads, net volleys, and sustained dinking. Some use of drop shots to get to the net. Specifically places shots rather than just hitting shots anywhere. Selective mixing up soft shots with power shots to create an advantage. Hits fewer balls out of bounds or in the net. Has a moderate hash of unforced errors per game. Demonstrates ability to intentionally play in offensive mode. Self-correcting after play is over. Demonstrates extended periods of multidimensional play. Pickleball players with a 4.0 skill rating are close to mastering the game. Their shots are perfectly timed and controlled. They know many different shots, so they can vary their gameplay enough to force their opponents to make mistakes. Primarily plays in an offensive mode rather than reactively. Controls and places serves and return of serves to best advantage. Puts advanced playing strategy into the game, particularly in dinking. Consistently varies shots for competitive advantage, uses power shots selectively. Communicates and moves well with partner, easily switches court positions. Very comfortable playing at the non-volley zone. Works with partner to control the line, keeping opponents back and driving them off the line. Can block hard volleys directed at them. Has good footwork and moves laterally, backward and forward with ease. Hits overhead shots consistently, often as putways. Ability to change a hard shot to a soft shot. Consistently executes effective drop shots that are not easily returned for advantage. Can effectively poach. Hits a low of unforced errors per game. Regularly demonstrates anticipation of play. Self-correcting during play. Consistently is a multidimensional player and/or is exceptionally dominant in a limited playing repertoire. When you reach a 4.5 skill rating, you have the fundamentals of pickleball down pat. You know your position on the court and have mastered your footwork and the 3 basic shots. You're able to use spin on certain hits to throw off your opponent. Can regularly convert a hard shot to a soft shot. Exhibits patience in play at a superior level. Shows noticeably increased skills, a higher level of strategy, quickness of hands and movement, judicious use of power, superior placement of shots, superb anticipation of play, sustained volleying skills, superior putaways, all with consistency. Makes very few unforced errors. Give yourself a pickleball self-rating of 5.0 if you have mastered both forehand and backhand drives, serves, and returns with pace, as well as dinks, drop shots, and volleys of different speeds, and have consistency and control, and you have mastered the strategy and rules of pickleball, including stacking. You rarely make unforced errors, and you attack your opponent's weaknesses on the pickleball court. Give yourself a 5.5 to 6.0 plus pickleball self-rating if you have mastered all shots and strategy on the pickleball court, and you are consistently winning at the highest level, meaning that you are winning against the best professional pickleball players at the tournament level.
Go to Mdracketsports.com. Explore more pickleball content.